Welcome to this short video on the use of our Eclipse application on mobile devices. Launch your Eclipse mobile app by tapping its icon. The first screen you will see is your diary. In order to perform actions such as moving around on the screen or forwards and backwards through different screens, we use finger swiping. Depending what you want to do next determines whether this will be 1, 2, 3 or 4 finger swipes across the screen of your mobile device. The 4-finger swipe is not used on iPhones. Dragging with one finger on the screen can be used to move the screen to another position. For example, dragging up lets you see later times in the diary. Drag down to see earlier times. It can also be used to swipe up or down when viewing multiple pages in a document. This will have the effect of taking you to the next or previous page. Right to left swiping on a diary screen moves you forwards, whilst left to right swiping moves you backwards, one day, week or month at a time, depending which view you've chosen. 2-finger swiping is used to navigate forwards or backwards through screens you have been viewing. For example, if you tap on a diary entry, it will show you the details of that entry. Swiping from left to right will return you to the diary page you came from. You can alternatively use the orange left and right arrows in the top right of the screen to move forwards and backwards. 3-finger swiping is used to show and hide the navigation dock. If the dock is currently hidden and you want to display it, simply swipe with 3 fingers from left to right. To hide the dock, swipe from right to left. Alternatively, you can tap the sliding button at the top left corner of the screen to show or hide the dock. When the dock is closed, the button will be black, and when the dock is open, it will be blue. Tapping on any heading in the dock takes you to that section of information, and you'll see more about this later. Only Asyrix images and map screens do not display the dock. The dock will hide itself once you have reached the page you asked for. The 4 or 5-finger swipe is used to navigate between applications, and you'll see more about this later. In the day diary, to the left of the orange arrows at the top right of the screen, you will see one of 3 symbols. A green tick indicates that your device is running with a full connection at good speed. A red tick indicates you're running on a weaker connection at a slower speed and can mean disruption with syncing. A red cross indicates that you have no connection. Any information entered during this period will be saved until you have an adequate connection again. You can view the diary as day, week or month by clicking the view buttons in the top left of the screen. The diary displays a full list of events relating to yourself, and events are shown coloured as they are in Eclipse Desktop. Events are synced with the main Eclipse server when there is an internet connection and the application is open. This means any entries made at the practice, including test results or new appointments, will be visible to you. Events synced to the mobile device will subsequently be available even when the device is offline. As an alternative to swiping when moving between days, you can use the arrow keys in the top right corner of the screen. The Today button always takes you back to the current day. The plus button allows you to create a new diary event. Don't forget to tap Save when you have entered all the information. If we want to change our mind and not create a new event, just swipe left to right and then tap Discard when prompted. Tap on a time in the time bar on the left of the screen to expand the appointment for clearer viewing. Tapping on the time bar again will revert to normal view. There is a handy calendar bar at the top middle of the screen, which you can tap to select a specific day, month, and year. We will choose to view the 4th of April. We can tap on the Janet Graham event to move to a more detailed view of the event. You can change the date and time of the entry or its duration by tapping the arrows on the When and Duration drop-down menus. We will move the visit to the 9th. Just tap anywhere outside the calendar to hide it. The Who area lists all the people, animals, and equipment that are involved in the event. By tapping any of the names, you will be taken to view more information. When we tap the owner's name, notice the black star to the right of the name. This is a discreet warning that there are credit problems with this person. The Notes area contains any further information relating to the event, for example, the reason for a visit. You can tap in here to amend the content. You can hide the keyboard by tapping the symbol in the bottom right corner. The Location area displays a map showing the client's location. You can zoom in or out, and it is possible to get directions by clicking the link on the right. The Status drop-down menu can be tapped to choose an alternative status, such as cancelled. The pound symbol in the bottom left will take you into the billing section of Eclipse Mobile, and this is covered in our billing video. You can tap Follow Up to create another appointment for this animal. Let's see it again for a checkup on the 17th. Don't forget to tap Save in the bottom right if you've made any changes. If you want to cancel changes you have just made, click Revert instead. Let's take another look at the Owner-Client screen. We will display the doc and click the Clients heading. Enter the name of the client you're looking for. In our case, this is James Martin Livery. If you are online, this will display the details of any client in Eclipse. However, if you are offline, only clients involved in existing diary events or clients you have searched for earlier whilst online will be shown. All animals with the livery are listed. Let's take a look at Apple Pie. When we look at the list of contacts, we can see the owner is Patricia Astor. Tapping her name brings up her client record with account status and history, etc. A small pointer appears to the right of each heading, which you can tap to hide or show that section of information. Account status provides a brief overview of the client's account, including credit status. The History section provides identical information to your desktop computer relating to the client's history, for example, payment and invoice information. Tapping on an invoice or charge sheet will display the details of that item. We'll take a look at this invoice for Sorcerer's Stone. To return to the client history, tap the Done button in the bottom left. We will display the doc again now to move to an animal search. You can see that Tara's Delight is already listed, as Eclipse Mobile remembered I searched for this animal earlier. The animal screen provides details such as sire, dam, passport number, etc. The Contacts section lists the owner and all other contacts associated with this animal. History displays the full history for the animal as you would view on your desktop computer. Tapping any document, such as this lab report, opens that item for viewing. Simply click the Done button to return. You can tap on an existing clinical note in the history to amend it. You can also create a new clinical note via the plus button on the right of the screen. It is important to select the type of note by tapping either the Standard or Clinical button. Then tap into the note text area to start typing. Tap the Save button when you are finished in order to save this into the history. You can tap a DICOM image in the history to view the image in Osirix. Our image is listed in the Osirix database on the left-hand side, and the thumbnail images display on the right. You can tap an image to get a better view and perhaps increase the contrast by dragging to the left. When you are finished, this is where our forefinger swipe comes in. Simply drag from right to left to return to the history. Tapping To Do in the dock displays a list of all your to-dos and allows you to change the status. You can move through days either by swiping or using the navigation arrows at the top right of the screen. You also have the familiar calendar drop-down menu to select a specific day to view. Well, have fun using Mobile Eclipse and don't forget to watch the billing video.